Welcome back. I'm Chef. We got ourselves another video. We got ourselves an Anton video. Molly, once again, just says whatever. She just let words come out of her mouth. And Tukay crashed out on her. Tukay and a man named Tariq. And the crash out was a good crash out because I don't know who Molly is.
I am Mrs. Nesbit.
If I had to take a guess, if I had to really take a guess, I would truly believe Molly would be the person who called the police on a black guy just because he's walking around the neighborhood.
Ain't that some?
It's wild. It's wild. When you listen to the stuff that Molly says, it's gonna make you like shake a little bit. You're like, I'm gonna just give y'all a hint. Do y'all know Molly believes majority of black men are locked up? She believes that. Because, you know, if you use generals, you have to be talking about past the 50%. Because if you're talking about below it, how are you generalizing? But she doesn't care because either she's just not smart or she believes that. That's the better thing. Either Molly don't know words and not smart or she believes that. Either one you choose is going to look bad. But hold up, just in this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste some more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.
What it is, you guys, black women know this, and they know that we are at a disadvantage. And when they call y'all, they know they coming to y'all rescue, no questions asked. So,
No. Last I saw, it was black women going to jail for black men for taking them in after they broke out of prison. And not only that, y'all talk about child support. First off, black people are only 13-14% of the population. We are not the only people on child support. White people are the majority of the people on child support. Why do y'all make child support a black issue? Well, and black women are going to jail for black men. So, I mean, it's just the same thing. And if that is the case, if black women are the new KKK, how do we solve for the problem instead of just saying black women are the new KKK and not coming up with any type of solutions? Because it's easy to always say the same thing, but what's the solution?
oh my God.
We've been saving, black women have been saving the day. I'm sorry. And sometimes I do have my criticisms towards black women. But it's like, let's live in reality. We can see what we see on the internet and we can have our perception molded. But what do we see when we walk outside?
Not black women saving the day.
These white men and these Hispanic men and some of these other people, they're getting screwed over by child support too.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the black women are the ones that's rallying for it. Like really hard, especially.
No, they're not. White men are on it more. If white men are on it more, and if
black women
on
the
majority of the population on child support, I think it's white women that are rallying to get child support more than black women.
And they pull black women with them.
Exactly.
What are you saying, Molly?
That's wild. Did you just say black women are not rallying for child support? So many women with dark chocolate skin or just chocolate skin will say that child support is needed. They will act like you are harming them by getting rid of it. Someone tell me, you know what I hear white women talk about all the time? I don't know if they talk about child support like that, but I know black women do because I'm black. But you know what I hear white women talk about? They talk about alimony. That's what they talk about, alimony. Molly, once again, has lost her mind and is just saying words.
No, because I know black women who either don't want their man on child support or pay the child support so he doesn't go to jail.
That's a super minority. I guarantee you that.
Y'all just see things on the internet.
That's a minority.
And y'all try to apply it to everybody's life.
I can guarantee you right now.
We complain about child support, but not the fact that the black community don't get married. Y'all have to grow up.
That's black women's fault too.
But that's the whole purpose.
That's black women's fault, but it's black men in prison, so maybe they do want to marry y'all, but we gotta marry y'all when y'all locked up.
So now all black men locked up. Well, that's
no. But y'all just black men in the black community are always the victim.
All black men ain't locked up.
And this is why the black community is weak, because the women.
But that's what black women always go to. They say black men locked up and gay. That's some. It's a lot of good black men out here. Y'all just don't quick.
It's a
They
lot of
want to
black
be on
men.
some other.
But
You
y'all
got to make
all think y'all are good black
$100,000,
men. Y'all
be
all
6
think y'all are
feet
good black
tall, or
men.
y'all with.
Molly, stop speaking. I'll let y'all know right now. I'm gonna just give y'all like the numbers. Less than 1% of black men is locked up. Unless the numbers have changed. Molly brought up prison when less than 1% is locked up. Molly just said black women are trying to marry black men, but y'all are in prison. We're talking about the black women, the ones who have the divorce rate is crazy. Ain't black women divorce rate higher? Theirs is part of the high scale. Molly has a mental problem.
50-50, all that going on.
But
every black man ain't locked up.
The expectations on a black man is the reason why there's not a lot of rape, a lot of marriage. Because
y'all don't have any expectations for yourselves. That's why y'all think y'all are victims, and that's why y'all think white people are better. Y'all don't expect anything for yourselves.
Black woman's
that's the whole point.
Y'all will never get ahead because white people exist. That's sorry.
I don't know what black men you talking about.
The ones I'm listening to every day.
Let me just speak on this real quick because I like what she said. Our people are not worried about getting married, but they are worried about getting child support. It's because that they still want to benefit from a man that they don't want to be with, that they don't like, that they hate.
Why is this only a black issue if black people aren't the only ones getting child support?
They need to stop depending on these men for their resources.
No, they don't. That's what men are for. No. Who do they depend on?
Listen.
If they don't depend on men for resources, they depend on the women. Then y'all say the women are masculine.
Real quick. Follow what I'm saying real quick. The purpose of the resource is for the man to marry you and actually stay with you. The resources are not there just for any woman that says, "Oh, I want to shake my in front of you and I'll do a little something for you. I'm gonna give you head or something like that just to get a resource."
I'm telling y'all, I like this lady. There hasn't been one show where she has made me say what she's talking about. That was just true. The resources that you get from a guy is not just because you throw that coochie at him. It's not just for that. You know that, right? You actually supposed to be trying to get with him. He's supposed to want to protect you. Molly actually has the mindset of these women that everybody talk about. What 2K said was correct. Molly is the enemy. She believes that a guy is just resources. I do not believe she thinks that a guy actually supposed to lead. I think she believes that they're supposed to be like partners. She's supposed to just have a say so. She's supposed to just be able to do the things that she wants to do, and he supposed to take care of her. Like she not supposed to do anything. I give Molly this. I believe Molly believes she's supposed to clean the room, not the house. She probably believes you're supposed to get a maid. Do Molly have kids? Do she? Because she ain't got kids. What's she there for?
Resources of the men are for the women that have value. That's why the women should be getting married with these men, but they're not. What they're doing is they're laying with these men. They're being hoes, and they're going suck their and they're going throw it and pop it for. And then they want to say, "Oh, I don't like this man anymore." And then they want to go dump them, but they already pregnant. And then they want to have these babies. And then now they want to say, "Oh, I'm going to go and take you to court. I'm going to do this."
That's only in the black community. No other race is a baby mama.
They moved on to someone else, and they want to get mad. They want to get bitter. Because now they don't want the baby around this man or that woman.
That's not race specific though.
They all
not a black woman specific issue.
All this stupid mess going on, and then whenever they got friends like me that tell them, "Hey, you don't need to be putting that man on child support. You need to go ahead and go heal yourself and find you a good freaking husband and cut that junk out and stop being some kind of Jezebel or harlot that's just going out here doing whatever." But no, these women get mad whenever women want to hold them accountable and tell them, "Hey, you shouldn't have done that to begin with. You should have been right. You should have went married that man. You should have did something with your life." But no, they want to get mad because the man tell them, "Cover your stop shaking, stop twerking on the internet, stop doing."
Ain't nobody telling these women that though. Come
on, man. Yeah, they do. And soon as they tell them chicks talking about, "You can't tell me what to wear."
And this is not race specific though.
Molly, see, once again, she always proves it. She always proves that she's retarded. She always does it. Molly, you have said men go on the internet and whine. You don't think they whine about ladies not putting clothes on? You don't think they whine about women doing these things? You're talking about, you know what guys are saying that women should be able to wear what they want to wear? Those are the guys who have multiple baby mothers. Those are the guys who are very loose with their dinguses. That's who you're talking about. Just go look at any of those 1v20s. All those guys are perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine with a lady just wearing whatever she wants. She could actually show up with a G-string on and no shirt, just pasties on top of her chest, and they'd be like this. She looks nice. That's who you're talking about. It was kind of extreme what I just said. Don't change anything. She just said guys are not telling women to put clothes on. Words of Molly.
And so these
soon as the man, because that's moving the goalpost. Talk about it's not just black people. All we talking about is black people right now. It's really the modern woman, period. So it can go among all races, but we talking about black people right now. So don't move the goalpost. We talking about black. It's like black men and women. So since we talking about black men and women, that's what we got to talk about. And you can't tell them. Soon as you tell them something, they go to, I got my rights. You can't tell me what to wear. You can't tell me what to do. All of that shit. We've all dealt with it. You probably done dealt with some of it yourself. I done seen these. You deal with it all day long. So you know what it is.
It's just an example. Like
until y'all stop killing each other and then saying free Ray, then y'all can come talk to me about child support. Y'all have bigger fish to fry. Y'all can't stop killing each other. Wow. Y'all can't stop being the reason why y'all are putting each other in prison. Wow. But child support is not y'all.
She's now generalizing that black men delete each other. Molly actually has a distaste for black people. I have to say it now. I have to say it. She can't stop herself. Whenever she gets upset, she does this. When she starts losing an argument or she doesn't actually have a point, she just jumps straight to narratives and false generalities. When she doesn't have a point, she jumps to narratives and lies. That's her go-to. I'm not winning. Most you black men delete each other. That's not true at all what you just said. I'm not winning. Black men never take care of their kids. And she literally just jumped straight to narratives. I know Molly actually loves and hangs out with Oprah. She just don't got the money. I want everybody to know this is the reason why Molly makes sure her hair is always as straight as possible. Always. She got to, because if she don't, she's not fitting the right image. I'm going to say it. I don't even like to bring up, I don't really like to just insert race stuff into these conversations, but Molly has showed this too many times. She showed it way too many times.
Biggest
child
issue.
support
I'm
is just
sorry.
a small example.
Wow.
Child support is not y'all biggest issue.
So
Maybe
all
having women who
niggas in
hold y'all
jail
down
and
in
killing
prison
themselves.
might be part of y'all issue. Maybe y'all need to start getting abandoned until y'all can start being more stronger for y'all communities. All y'all do is cry. All y'all do is cry, but y'all are supposed to be the best thing out here. Black men are supposed to be the best thing out here, but y'all cry. Y'all say how y'all can't beat white men, but white men are supposedly weaker than y'all. Come on. It's just, it gets old. What are y'all solutions? Y'all don't have any solutions because y'all blame everybody and y'all don't take accountability. That's
wow. You talking about a minority of black men doing that shit you talking
you
about.
just blame the KKK, but you want to say black women are against you. But black men kill each other too.
Okay,
so
that's a minority, boo. You acting like that's all black men. That's a minority. You bringing up a minority stat and trying to attribute that to all black men. That's the shit that's been going on.
Black women okay, listen. There is different demographics. There is different demographics of people in general. And these women that are this way that you guys are speaking of, somebody is choosing them. Somebody is laying down with them. Somebody is choosing
that ain't choosing. That's just
okay.
Same difference.
It's that's a big difference.
No, not to a woman. It's not a difference.
That's a big difference.
No, Kyrie,
because they decide to keep the baby.
Consequences.
No, they're aborting them too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like.
Okay, Deja, I understand what you're saying, that these guys shouldn't just be sleeping with these women. I get what you're saying. But right now, you're trying to save Molly from talking about doing what she just did. That's what you're doing. You put on your cloak and you're about to wear the cloak of Molly, which is that majority of black men are in prison. Because, you know, generalities, majority are in prison. Majority delete each other. You're putting that cloak. That's why, hey, yo, this is not battle you want to be part of, Miss Deja. Miss Deja, back out. Because your point right now is you should wait to start your own point by saying, hey, yo, I think what we need to address is that these women out here who are doing these things that we consider crazy, yeah, there's black men who are constantly sleeping with them, which we all must also understand that it might just be that small percentage of guys that everybody always talk about. It could be that percentage, but we have to have the discussion. Right now, this discussion that you're jumping part of, you are about to put on the Molly cloak or the robe, whichever one you want to call it. Just call it slippers. You about to put on the Molly slippers, which means you're going to look like you're agreeing with this. And I don't know if you are, which is bad.
Like, how is that not war?
Hold on, y'all, because they can't hear none of us, if all of us talking at the same time.
How is that not war?
Anton said this on the
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I want to get Deja in there. Hold on. Deja, go ahead.
Oh, people are choosing the likes, the same as them. The person who's laying out with a person that's like that, who needs to correct themselves, needs to correct themselves. If you're going through something, both parties need to correct themselves. This is not just a one-sided women war on men. This is not that. This is not a black war on black women. This is people who are not healed and not whole, doing things that they shouldn't be doing and are suffering the consequences. In my world, I'm responsible for my consequences and the things that I, you know what I'm saying, responsible for the things that I do. Same with everybody. This is not like a.
I need y'all to think about what Molly's saying. Molly is telling a bunch of black men that's on the panel right now who don't each other.
Thank you.
Who don't shoot at each other what we are doing.
Right.
You are. No. You speaking to a bunch of prisoners. That ain't us.
Thank you.
We are.
You just stereotyped yourself though, saying you get profiled for being black by the police. So stop picking and choosing. Tukay. Not today.
But you profiling us too. That's what we talking about.
Hey, with me, you talking to a bunch of people that's in prison.
We just profile black women for not tipping. Come on, grow up, y'all.
Here on this panel telling you exactly how it is, and you speaking over our head, talking to a nigga behind the wall.
No, I'm talking to y'all.
It don't affect us.
So your skin not black all of a sudden? Now it don't apply.
I don't know why you brought that up. Do you think me, Anton, Tyreek, Robert be shooting at each other? No, because we still here. So why you out here with that message? You need to be talking to get you a pen pal and write to the niggas behind the bars. That ain't the majority.
So now it's not the majority, but
it's definitely not
by the police is the majority.
It's definitely not the majority. You know.
So she do believe the majority of black guys are locked up. I'm not crazy, right? She just said that, right? That's what she just said. She do believe the majority is locked up. Because at first, when Tukay was talking, I was like, no, Tukay, you can't use anecdotal. But when he said it's not the majority, it was signed and sealed. Signed and sealed. And then she said, oh, so it's not the majority. So you believe the majority of black men are actually locked up. You're crazy. She's actually crazy. She believed 0.6 or around like the point number. She believes that's the majority. I have a headache from Molly. She just comes on this thing and talk. Her words come out her mouth, but they say nothing. How? She? No, I guess I don't know how she got here, but she got here.
Okay.
But going to the original question, going back to the original question about the marriage thing. Black men want to marry black women, man, but I tell you, black women's expectation on certain men are just too high. The height would be a situation, how much money he got, and be honest with you, like Anton said on one panel, he said, "Your real husband you got a baby by." That nigga might probably want to marry her. She might, but the internet got her thinking the grass is green on the other side. All this stuff is a factor in this shit, man. For real.
But y'all leave other races of women as single mothers too.
I don't know.
Is white women, y'all leaving single mothers, y'all get them pregnant, don't marry them. We had a white woman go viral who had a mixed baby and she was not married to the father. Y'all get Hispanic women pregnant and don't marry them. This is not.
Yeah, we the only people that
It's
do
a race war in the black community.
We are the
It's a
only
gender
people
war
that
in
do
the
that.
black community,
Listen,
and then y'all
there's
think
no
somebody
other
it's supposed to
community
get
in
better.
the history that sold their males out for food stamps. That was only y'all damn fools.
Y'all take food stamps too as black men, so I know black men on food stamps too.
Y'all have been the
2K.
only people who have been incentivized to leave y'all fucking men. That's our problem. That's the warfare that they talking about. Y'all
get incentivized to leave y'all families.
No, we don't. No, we
sell
don't.
drugs and go to prison. That's
majority black
That's all
women.
you got. That's all you got, Molly. Nigga sell drugs and go to prison. Come on now. That's all you got.
There's literally majority black women that go on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and will sit there and say how much that the black man is this and that, and their bad experience that they had with a black man, and saying how they don't want to deal with this or that or whatever. But there's no war going on. They're high in abortions. They don't want to keep their children, but they want the child support. They get upset because they have to do regular duties as women because they had a child or whatever. Like, make it make sense. Like,
men are still sleeping with these women though. You're fighting a fight and men are still sleeping with them though. So you're just fighting a fight for nothing.
And they still
getting them pregnant,
they still popping it from him, throwing it back on a headstand.
Okay, so what are you mad about if men are still getting them pregnant and they're still getting pregnant?
I'm not mad at all. That's on them. What I'm saying is I can see that there's a war going on.
How do we change it though? So how do you change it? We can see what
the way that we.
First off, this is what we need to do. We need to keep people like Molly out of the conversation. That's the first thing. She shouldn't be here. A person that is perfectly fine with saying information that's not true and consistently saying it is not having a conversation to fix things. She keeps saying things that's not true. Majority of men are in prison. Not true. Men are out here selling drugs. Not true. None of these things are the majority. But you keep stating these things. With red pill guys or guys who are doing these other things, like talking about these conversations, when they start saying things that aren't the majority, don't nobody listen to them. Majority black women wear weave. That's the majority. Majority of black women don't look like they're gonna be able to get married. Majority of black women have high expectations. When you start saying things that's not the majority, aka not general, and you make it the general, don't speak to that person. They're not having a conversation to fix things. They're only having a conversation because they got lips and nobody made them not use them yet. Come on, I don't know why you're talking to Molly. I'll be honest with you, my dear. I don't know why you're talking to her. She's the enemy. She's the enemy. We got it. 2K was right.
Change it. Listen, I'm gonna give you the solution right now because Molly wants the solution. The solution to all of this is women, y'all need to love on yourselves. Men, y'all need to love on yourselves. And then once you actually get to the core of yourself and actually pour all of that love into yourself, then maybe you can attract somebody that's actually going to genuinely like you and love you back, right? Because it starts with you, right? That's a great solution.
Wait, Kamaya. Now, Molly, you are a black woman, correct? You say you get that sometimes.
But I don't wear that as a badge. That's not my identity. No. I'm just a black woman because I'm a black woman.
Solution, Molly. Black woman with it all figured out.
I don't cry about y'all issues. Y'all give me the
solution.
Stop crying about it. First off, stop being the victim. Because I'm sorry, as a black woman, it is extremely embarrassing to have my counterpart, black men, always talk about how weak they are and how they'll never amount to anything because black people exist. I mean, white people exist.
Who says that?
Especially
he thinks this is a solution, she's saying. He said, give us a solution since you got it all figured out. She said, stop whining, and then talked about how she thinks it's embarrassing that black men, now she's saying nothing. She just started saying nothing. I started saying how I feel. So instead of her giving the solution to correct things so everybody end up being better, she starts saying how she feels. It's like there's 4 people at the bottom of that panel, right? And there's 5. There should be 4 at the top and 4 at the bottom. So, there's no need for her space to even be there. They could literally just remove Molly off and everything will make sense. The numbers will make sense. It's just, she gave nothing.
white men, but they're the majority of the country and of the population.
Who says that?
Y'all just said it today.
No, we didn't.
Y'all just said y'all get racially profiled by the police. Why would I want to be out with a black man if he's gonna be paranoid about what the police gonna do to him? Y'all be in a different kind of survival mode, and then y'all want somebody to put up with it and cuddle y'all and pat y'all butt and tell y'all are the victim. No, y'all are not. Stop killing each other first.
No, said she's spewing, bro.
Ain't nobody said none of that shit.
People that look like y'all and then saying free the homie. Y'all, a black boy just shot Skilla back. Come on now, like come on.
Molly, are you talking about a different age frame though, baby?
It don't matter. Y'all still are black males at the end of the day. If y'all are older, and they crash, and the YNs is crashing out, it's because of y'all.
Molly compare every black man to the worst.
Right.
Fine.
Y'all just said y'all were stereotyped for being black, so I'm lumping y'all all together because that's what y'all do.
Worst black man you could possibly find, Molly.
She's talking about
y'all scared of the police, Tukay.
You could possibly be.
Y'all scared of the police. I'm sorry. I ain't got nothing to say to somebody who's scared to go outside because of the police who ain't thinking about y'all. But y'all call them for every emergency. Y'all always call them when y'all need them.
Hey, when they say this war on black men, they need to put your picture on this thing, Molly. You the one they talking about.
Molly is the KKK. Molly is the Ku Klux.
You the one they talking about.
Molly is the Ku Klux that we need to be worried about.
It's Molly, your point would be valid, but you talking about younger black people. I mean, I'm assuming everybody.
It doesn't matter.
And not even all younger black men. She talking about some ratchet niggas.
Yeah, she talking about some other
Listen,
shit.
I'm sorry, and no offense to you, sir, but if I was just to look at you, I would think that you was just the same as every other YN from based off of how you're dressed.
And when I look at you, you look like the regular chick I see at the club.
No, sir. That's not good enough. She just said you look like a younger black person who commits crime. That's what she just said. Because you're wearing a fitted cap and a Houston shirt, you look like a fan of a team. She now says you look like you commit crime. You need more. Don't say she look like the average chick that goes to the club, which is correct. She do look like that. You need to say that she looks like the normal ratchet woman because, black, long, straight hair, keeps playing with her hair, tattoos. She looks like a person that's supposed to have a child by somebody and they not there. We gonna just let that slide. Everybody gonna let that slide that Molly thought that, okay, you keep saying these things here. You look like you supposed to be the person that when they say the war on black men, because technically he ain't been wrong. Based off your patterns and what you say, it does look like that. Then you say no offense, which you did attempt to offend. You can say no offense all you want. You did attempt to offend. You didn't told him he looks like a child that commits crime. Yeah, we all see what happens when Molly crashes out, right? It's really bad.
Okay.
Same old. You ain't no different.
You don't feel like
and your picture need to be on this damn post when he put it up.
You could take it personal if you want to, but
I'm not. You the one taking it personal. I'm just telling facts. You the one they talking about with this war on black men. It's people that think like you. Because the only thing you got is you gonna say, oh, y'all that's in jail and everybody not in jail. That's all you got, boo.
And Molly,
have you ever been in jail? Do you have a history?
Hell no.
To be honest.
Okay, then so why are you so mad about the men?
No, because what you trying to generalize, you talk about a minority.
But y'all generalize when
you generalize, it has to be the majority. We're talking about a minority of people.
Tariq,
we are the minority doing the majority of.
No, I'm saying the minority of niggas is the people you talking about. Jail. The majority of niggas ain't in jail.
Listen, let's generalize.
All right, so your argument is null and void.
Molly, because on this panel right here, if we had to pick a ratchet black woman, it'll be you.
You're goddamn right.
And I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But one minute y'all want to say y'all are strong, and then
I want to look at Nikki and she was ratchet. I want to look at Kamaya. I want to look at Jess. I want to look at Dashay. I look at you and say you are the ratchet black woman.
They say that every time I'm on a panel. Tukay, what's new?
God bless the truth.
Y'all not cutting my checks. Y'all don't pay me. So why would I ever care?
That ain't got nothing to do with you looking like the ratchet one on the panel.
But you look like the hood rat thug.
It don't matter.
A stereotype. So what are you?
It don't matter because that's accurate. So you can say what you want, just like you've been doing. I told you your picture need to be on here. Your picture need to be on here.
You would be afraid if we
you the one exactly. I bet you would agree.
That's dumb.
You would agree, but if you see my life ain't got shit that you talking about. So
you better
hold on.
Y'all can clip me up. I don't care. Give Anton more visibility.
Oh, your life.
Hold on.
We making money over here.
Hold on.
Shut up.
Is Anton making money or are both y'all making money? That's the real question. Big screen. Molly, are you being paid to be stupid? If you're being paid to be stupid, great business decision. So nobody thought that was a thing, having Molly run around to say this guy looks like a criminal. He looks like a criminal because he's wearing a Houston shirt with a matching hat. I need to know why you think he looks like a criminal. And because you know what he look like? He looks like a father that watches sports. What makes him into a criminal? Because he's not wearing a polo shirt or boat shoes? Is that what you're about to say? Because based off your logic, he's wearing that. Anton's wearing designer shades and a black t-shirt. So criminals don't wear designer? What makes him the criminal and Anton not? Because you can't tell if he's sagging his pants. What are you looking at that made him into a criminal? That right there was a problem that I don't think anybody wanted to address. The deep dive I would have been crazy because she said that. Because based off that, what about Robert? Oh, Robert's wearing like a diamond clustered chain, silver, maybe white gold, I don't know which one, and a black t-shirt. So black tees, you saying criminals don't wear black tees? If she believes he's a criminal, she believes Tukay should be a criminal too, based off the appearance. I can't believe Molly just ran around and just said, if you say that you're being profiled, then she's gonna just put you in the category of the people who commit crimes. Y'all know that's what she said, right? If I say cops profile me, then that means she can refer to me as the same people that actually commit crime. That's wild. I tell you, I think the biggest thing in this situation was Molly just said that we're making money over here. I don't know if you're making money, Molly, but I know if Anton's paying you, he is paying you to be dumb. You just don't care because you got a Brad at the house, I guess, which I never seen him. But I know this, if he's real, that man has a terrible life. He has a terrible life unless you have just a pure distaste for black men. You either have a distaste for men or you're a colorist who have a distaste for black men. That's all I can say right there, Molly. I wish you would do better.